Georgia, another sellout crowd trying to cheer the Bulldogs on, taking on the red-hot Florida Gators, who have won 6 of 7. Another border rival clash here. 7-footers about to jump center. Olandis Poole, Will Howard, Jose Nieves, our officiating crew. The Bulldogs in gray win the opening tap, and we are underway before a sellout crowd at the Stegeman Coliseum. Florida man-to-man defensively. Georgia starting a couple of bigs tonight, including Chiwa, who gets the first paint touch and takes it right at hand. And as Mark mentioned, this league is full of great guards this year. Richard misfires. And there is what the Gators do as well as anybody, offensive rebound. Clayton, clear drive to the bucket, and the Gators are on the board.
Florida missed 32 shots in the first meeting. They got 16 offensive rebounds.
You see the starting 5 for the Bulldogs. Again, they'll go with a couple of bigs in this one. Deloach and Chiwa.
I like the way that Demery has kind of grown this season. He's become, according to his head coach, a more mature player.
Samuel inside. The Gators with two buckets in the paint.
Yeah, how about both teams scoring on their first 2 possessions? Neither one are really built defensively.
Chiwa again, just bully ball right on the 7th.
Yeah, just 4 for 21 from deep on the year. Now make it 4 for 22.
Bulldogs have hit their first 3 shots of this game. Thomason on a turn and fade. He has such great footwork for a guard.
And you have to remember, Georgia has gotten off to some great starts against great opponents, like Alabama here, like South Carolina here.
Frenetic pace to start this game already. Very similar to what we saw in Gainesville as Thomason makes Bowen. Wings it out to Clayton on a 3. Back iron, another offensive rebound. Nobody boxed out the shooter. Now Bowen pulls up from 14.
That's almost his signature move, isn't it? Chiwa in the lob, and I thought it was there.
Thomason sets things up with 10 on the shot clock. Around the screen from Chiwa. Thomason, deep 3 on the way. Got it! Wow! Noah Thomason already with 7 points.
You and I saw him do that very thing a week ago Wednesday at Mississippi State. He was dynamite.
That is going to be an and 1 for Samuel. He ran into a brick wall. 200 mark-wise.
I think we're en route to that number.
League, the SEC is. Sometimes points are hard to come by. We'll take a shootout any day.
It's interesting that Georgia opted to play the 2 bigs to start the game together.
How about Thomason again? Georgia coach Mike White, he knows that they have to hit 3s to win games like this. It's not really an option, although they're getting a lot of force inside. Clayton hounded by Melendez on the offensive end. Clayton on a drive. And another finish. Such an athletic guard, a former star.
If Florida cannot get some stops, some better defensive presence.
Chiwa going to work inside again. Oh, wow. This is as good. Georgia does a great job defensively.
Well, if you're Florida, you just want to kind of get the fight back in the middle of the ring, don't you?
Hill draws the foul on the penetration. Boy, did he exhibit some portal power. I mean, they went in.
Significantly better up the middle from last year to this year.
Right.
Georgia's man-to-man defense has been really good. Florida having trouble getting good looks.
This is pulling. And there's your slump buster right.
Great positional size. How about 2 in a row? That looked off.
Offensive rebound. The Gators do that extremely well. A rebound margin on the year of +9.
Oh my goodness.
Weaving left to right. Back iron.
59% of his shots are from deep.
Clayton angles it inside. Great pass, big to big, and they're bouncy bigs that play the game so well.
I love the fact that Condon, the freshman, kind of read and took what the defense gave him. Oh, this is a mismatch. Oh my goodness.
Chiwa sees it and takes it right at Condon. Then a little bit of a rub. Here's Thomason. Blazing hot to start this game. Gives it off to Deloach. Men at the rim, a block. But then there's the follow. A slam for Anselm Ibe.
Yeah, that's bonus points, really, for Georgia on the offensive glass.
Runner, and the foul drawn from behind by Walter Clayton.
Clayton's really good at coming off the
Amount of terrific tandems. I want to say it's impressive.
Talking about Taylor and Radford or Mark Sears, and who is as good as it has been in the backcourt in a long time.
Talon Cooper and Michi at South Carolina. Tennessee, of course. There's a three. That man is absolutely on fire. Thomason now with 13 points, 5 of 6 from the field. And then on the other end, it's Houck. The Gators leaving Georgia no time to sell.
Yeah, this has been a
Group in Lexington. Sears and Griffin and Cooper and Michi. On the drive and drawing the foul is Will Richard, who came into this game with 999 points. Interest in the teams or the game itself that you still 1,001 as he calmly sinks a pair.
Nothing wrong with that look, though. That's good offensive execution.
Pulling around the screen. Finds Kugel in the corner. 3-ball on the way. Got it. And that is the two semis. There's no lack of physicality with those two. Thomason getting everything out of his grab. And now Kugel has it for the Gators. All SEC freshman a year ago, Riley Kugel. That had the scouts paying attention to him. Pulls the trigger on a three.
And when he gets ones, but they'll also throw those quad 1 and 2 records together.
And they also like teams that could win away from their home gym. So any road win in the SEC matters somewhat. That's a good sign for. Yeah, Chio's about to get an assist. Baseline out of bounds, and they'll dump it down low to Thomason. Right back to Hill. Great execution.
Again, Georgia's execution on their out-unders, their half-court offense has been stellar.
7-point Bulldog advantage.
So here's what I'm talking about. Chiwa in the drop coverage. Again, that's another guy that can shoot threes, hasn't made very many.
Can't connect on the three. Blow by Hill, goes by everybody in heavy traffic. Demery on the attack, and he's fouled.
That's a play I'm seeing more and more of. Kind of a ghost screen, and your post player kind of.
Next year. This is the first he has in this league over the last month. He is now a nat. Georgia has led this game throughout. Thomason to Chiwa, pump fake, and a foul.
But Georgia is getting a lot more out of their ball.
And then, like much of this Georgia team, has
in the league, they've just missed 4 in a row.
Clayton, tough shot. There's Handlogden cleaning up the glass. Sets up Houck on a second three. Yeah, scramble mode. Hill whips it into the corner. Open three for Demery. That's a shot if you're Georgia you'd love to have again. And then Richard, a little careless, had it poked away. Grab a couple of freshmen. And of course grab
Demery, who has shot over a.
Houck stays on the floor for Florida. He's already got 9 points today. He had 13 combined in his last 11 games. Clayton, that's too easy. Just again weaving left to right and finds a clear path.
That time Chiwa got on the wrong side of Samuel.
Hill whips it inside to Chiwa, who draws another foul, but that all started. First free throw so far in the first half. Make it 10.
6'9".
Last foul on Kane, his second.
Ball's got to go below the free throw line. On cue.
Look at this. Thomas Houck with his third three. He had 6 all. Kugel passed up the three, pulls up from the elbow, and that one fell flat. Came off like a knuckleball. Here's Hill. Stop and go, pulls up from 15.
How sweet was that?
His career high is 13, he's sitting on 12. Approaching the 1 minute mark of another entertaining first half between these two teams. Thomason, look at that move, my!
Good denial after picking up your dribble.
Kugel. Harassed by Melendez. Kugel backing in. Tough shot. Samuel is there, and he's hammered by Chiwa from behind. Samuel right place. And Chiwa's not on the floor. They look a lot smaller. Samuel, leap, the dribbling and step backing puts you on skates. I've never seen him get his jumper blocked, even though he's not the best leaper.
Mike White opted to take Chiwa out his last possession.
Sitting on the 2 fouls. Melendez under 5 to shoot. Melendez, rise and fire. Too strong. Gators will have 5 seconds to get a shot off. Pulling. Measures. Step back 3. Left it short, and that's how the half will come to a close. We had 200 points in the first meeting, and we for 8 from the field. Florida battled back. It's a 6-point game. The magnitude of this game really for both teams. Florida obviously wants to stay hot, keep climbing the charts on the seed line as the 3 is knocked down by Clayton. That's a good way to start.
That would be a big step forward for this program, I think.
Potentially host a game. The way the crowds have been so great here at Stegman, be a heck of an advantage.
Again, Chiwa's getting it too close.
Chiwa just carving out primetime real estate. That's like beachfront property 2 feet from the tin.
He is manhandling Handlogden right now.
Clayton show in the first half. Who steps it up for Georgia in the second? Wide open 3 for Richard. And absolutely, you are a man of all sports.
Even after the Super Bowl.
Now, if you can throw in a baseball analogy or two, I'll really be impressed. SEC baseball started this weekend with opening day. Georgia excited about a new. Melendez sinks the first one. Sunday after here on the SEC Network.
Golden said he wanted them to recognize the changing defenses sooner. They really did not do that.
Clayton on a runner, missed it, tapped up and in. Was that Samuel?
Going down in transition, Condon kind of ran right to him. Give him space.
Condon banging bodies with Melendez. Condon banks it home, and the Gators have their first lead of the game.
Abdur-Rahim got away with a foul.
And then Clayton on a steal. Clayton is everywhere, and then that's going to be a goaltend on Melendez. Walter Clayton's defense tonight has been nothing short of spectacular.
Glass. Maybe a little bit of a danger zone for the home team for the first time.
Yeah, that's what you're sensing here. It kind of just feels like that right now. Georgia needs a bucket in a big way. Strong take, Abdur-Rahim, and he draws the foul. That's probably what Mike White would like to see more of.
At the line, yeah, you want to go there as often as you can.
Channing Tony, Joe Ward, J.J. Frazier. Boy, was he a lot of fun to watch his alma mater.
He hit more threes in front of a visitor's bench than any player I've ever seen. He was marvelous, right at the feet of the head coach of the other team.
13 minutes and change.
A guy who's made 3 threes in this game is a 40% free throw shooter and just went 0 for 2.
Does the word mental mean anything?
Yeah, it's all confidence. Free throw is about 2 things and 2 things only: repetition and confidence.
Now it's Pullen on a steal, picking up where Clayton left off, and then he drops a teardrop. Georgia needs a bucket.
Well, remember, Deloche is not the same inside threat as Chiwa, so they're almost playing on the perimeter exclusively.
That was necessary, and yet it's not. Fine. That one
back into man.
Pull in, Leaner, no. Abdur-Rahim had it, lost it, and got it back. Now Condon got it, Hauk to Condon. A foul and an and one. Just how the Gators drew it up. Helters. Condon. Thomason, when in doubt, they've gone to number 3. And he lost it. Hauk again. Here's Kugel on the attack. Euro and a friendly. Thomason. Great hedge by Handlogden. 5 on the shot clock. Abdur-Rahim gonna launch a 3. Got fouled. Got fouled by the 7-1 Handlogden. What a break that. Abdur-Rahim again an elite. Georgia's points have all.
Just wasn't any reason to challenge.
What do you want to see from Florida to attack it?
Well, they screened on top, so that made Georgia go man-to-man. See, I'm going to put Chiwa in some sort of mismatch.
Oh, Handlogden was left alone.
Here's the set that Georgia had success with. Yes, played through Chiwa.
Chiwa was bullish in the first half. Monday night, SC get some more confidence.
You're telling me I can spend an hour, 3-point, 4-point play.
Kane off a curl for 3. Got it! In the game. Richard nearly missed everything. It just grazed the iron. Here comes Hill. Stop and go. Wheel and deal. Finds Chiwa. Missed it, but a foul. Chiwa just kind of throws a knuckle. And an empty trip, but a lane violation on Florida. For Chiwa. No. Heck of a move against Kane. Here's Hill. Skip pass to Abdur-Rahim. Oh, Chiwa was open, and Abdur-Rahim was fouled before he could. About this Florida team moving forward on the defensive end?
Yes. You have to play defense at the right time.
Your extreme physical conditionings, not surprisingly, handled it well. 1-point game here at Stegman. Mike Morgan, Mark Wise, great to be with you here on the SEC Network, the first of 4. And that is another no-no, another fouling of a 3-point shoot.
Base. So now the teams have traded.
For last year against the Dogs. Georgia will be in the double bonus. The 15-footer rims off. And a rebound corralled by Thomason.
Good look, though.
Thomason weaving, finding daylight, and finishes.
He was able to finish because Chiwa was like a pulling guard.
That's right. Pulling. Again, the iron unkind to Florida. And we have a goaltend call against Georgia.
It'll be interesting replay and evaluation.
Yes. Hill blocked by Pullen. Hill took it right into Pullen, and Pullen had an answer. Now Clayton lost it. Will Richard, right place, right time, and he draws the foul. Richard, a perfect.
Better in league play than they did in the non-conference. This is the best 3-point shooting team on the floor for Georgia.
There's that man. Nice closeout by Clayton. Chiwa goes to work, and he gets a foul. It's going to go against Samuel, so it's easier said than done. But how do you stop him from getting such great positions?
Much better, big fella, making your free throws.
Condon left alone.
Oh,
Condon
my goodness.
And a foul as well. Who is the foul on?
I think this is on jury of the year. Watch under the basket. This is Abdur-Rahim, who just pushes.
Why?
I'm a little surprised they're not taking a look at this. Take another look.
You're Abdur-Rahim. You're 6'8" against a smaller guard. Why not just buy a Gator? Still plenty of time if you're Georgia. Chiwa posting up, gets it, draws a double. Somebody's got to be open. Chiwa puts it on the deck. That's a no-no. Lucky not to turn it over. Melendez on the drive. Great finish, great take.
But I think if you're Florida, you're willing to live with that. You got the ball out of Chiwa's hands.
Clayton goes left, and there is Houck, and his career performance.
They got the switch again. Houck inside.
Clayton that time threw it away. Melendez ahead of the pack, and he lays it in. Thought he might go a little show. Clayton around the screen from Condon. 15-footer. Yes, you got to get out on number one. And Clayton's going to hit that 9 out of 10. Chiwa quickly doubled. Lobs it. Dangerous pass to Hill. Into the corner, 3-ball. Thomason delivers.
Yeah, I really felt like Richards should have had the first pass shooting the gap.
Pulling on the drive. Takes it right at Demery. It draws contact and the foul. He'll be at the line when we ice heavily on that 3-ball. Florida is a pulling line. A stat sheet stuffer.
That's who you want a game. And here's this drop coverage, and they changed. Hard hedge.
Condon banging into that brick wall that is Chiwa and throws up a jump hook shot. Condon glares at the bench like, you guys didn't know I had that in my bag, did you?
A little shimmy, if you will.
And then Hill draws the foul on the other end. Speaking of big time, that's the 4 for the moment. As Hill sinks a pair. Goes to within 3 on this possession. Hill, shake and bake all the way. Beautiful drive by Hill. Two minutes remaining.
Just play solid D if you're Georgia.
Shot clock under 10.
And Georgia has made this late switch in how they guard the ball screen. It's affected Florida.
Houck with a runner. My goodness. The career day continues for Houck. 16 points and 6 rebounds.
In traffic on the road.
90 seconds to play. Thomason, Houck a hand in his face. Thomason measures, fires. He hits it! Splashing a 3 right long for a team that has struggled here of late, desperately needs a win. They are within range.
Here's the run and jump. Florida's got nothing going.
Somehow, that was a blind desperation pass to beat the 10 count.
Oh, they're going to set a different screener, Richard, and he was open on the pop.
Richard for 3, rims off. Houck with another rebound, and he's fouled. Houck, he has struggled mightily at the line this year. Rattles home the
Settle. I'd like Hill attacking.
Hill. Inside, Chiwa. Missed it. Out of bounds, though, to Georgia.
Yeah, the officials will go review this almost automatically.
The inbounder. Nobody open. Tries to sneak it into Melendez. And out of bounds to Georgia. So that only took I think goal number 1 here. Just get it in bounds. They do. Now back into the hands of that man, Thomason. Thomason for 3. Back iron. Boy, he had a good look.
And Georgia's got a foul.
And they do. And if you're Florida, that's the guy you want on the line, an 85% free throw shooter.
But again, the Thomason 3, he was fading to the right just enough to throw that off.
Remember, Georgia does have 2 timeouts left. Pulling money at the line. And there's the time option. I don't know right now.
4 3-point shooters on the floor. No big man for Georgia.
Hill going to take it all the way and gets a quick bucket. There will be no timeout called. They'll play it out. Florida inbounds to Hawk, bobble, back to Pullen, and that's the guy again you want on the line if you're Florida.
Yeah, the ball came into Houck and they couldn't get to him. You know,
California. And of course, Todd Golden knows a thing or two.
Quad one opportunities. They've got 2 games remaining with Alabama.
I think Florida, you could safely say, is a team on the rise. And this is going to make it 7 out of 8. And the more you watch them, the more you come away impressed with the roster that Todd Golden has been able to compile. Another thriller between these 2 teams. But again, Florida outlasting Georgia. 88-82 your final score. The Gators have now won 7 of 8, 8-4 in league play.